see that male dominance has been like the normalized way in which people believe that this is the way of doing things. So I think there's a lot of violence against women which is being clouded or being put under the smoke screen of male dominance. There has been a paradigm shift in which a lot of organizations, a lot of people are now trying to address the issues of gender violence and all, especially violence against women. But I still feel, because looking also at, if we go down to the communities, the people who are affected mostly by issues of crime and all that, it's women, whilst most of the people are perpetrators. And even if you localize the issues, even in Cape Town, you find that women are mostly abused. And the dynamics of it goes to the extent that even when men are abused, you find that a few men report those issues because they've always believed that a man is the one who's supposed to inflict violence. It's sort of normalized violence. Rather, in our cultures, we do not call that violence. It's a normal situation. And whilst the opposite, when it happens, if the woman inflicts violence on a man, we as men also take that as something that, no, I can't report. Focusing on the SDGs, I think there's a lot which needs to be done, because if you look at the phased framework, it was not so popular. I can say 60% of the country did not know about the current MDGs, which means that not a lot also was being achieved. And if you are saying that the next framework is going to be having new goals, a probability that gender might not be included, it leaves also a lot to be desired, because not much has been done in terms of addressing gender issues. Yes, of course, we know that gender was one of the goals, which was there amongst the 8 goals which started in the year 2000. But I think this is one goal which should continue to be adopted, because there is a lot which needs to be done, especially in Africa, like I said, in South Africa. I think there should be more focus now on saying how best can we address issues of gender in the next framework, because if we do not continue to adopt this goal, then obviously the SDGs are going to perpetuate more gender violence by not talking about these issues, by not addressing these issues. So I think there should be clear indicators, a clear goal, and more support, especially from the international community coming into Africa, where that you find that in Africa and in South Africa there's a lot of gender violations, and we would like to see the goal of combating gender violence being part of the next SDGs and having clear indicators in which everyone and anyone can be able to relate to these indicators. We want to see also the voices of young people being incorporated in the next development agenda. So what we did as Africa Unite is we were selected by an organization called African Monitor, which is largely monitoring the progress of a lot of organizations in Africa. So they devised what they call the Voice Africa's Future Campaign, which is in short the VAF campaign. The VAF campaign, like I said, is trying to enable the voices of young people to be heard in the post-2015 development framework. So in South Africa, Africa Unite was selected to collect these voices of young people. Our target was 15,000 voices, and our question was, what is your dream of South Africa, or what is the Africa or the South Africa that you want to see post-2015? So we collected a total of close to 12,000 voices of young people, and amongst those voices there were top 5 priorities which came out of most of the young people. Issues to do with better education, quality education, better economic opportunities, better health facilities, better governance, and peace and security. So what I can say in a nutshell is that young people have spoken, and it is now the time to say, what can we do with these voices?